There they come! This is kind of cool! Look at this! It's a parade! Hello everyone and welcome to today's Jurassic World Evolution video. We'll be continuing our Jurassic World franchise build around the world. We started in Moscow, so that's where we're taking off right now. We've built our Red Square inspired situation. We have some Deinonychus over here. I'm just taking you through it because it has been a while. It wasn't my intention to leave you guys waiting this long, but my computer was having some existential crisis. I don't know what was going on, but even just moving the mouse from one end of the screen would be like It was a nightmare to work with, absolutely impossible. If you press M to go into map view, it wouldn't do it. 10 minutes later, suddenly, bam, you're into map view. It didn't make any sense, but he seems to have sorted himself out. He's like, you know, ready for 2021. So we will continue this park build. What I'm gonna do, first and foremost, a lot of people suggested in the comments for the last video, since Olorotitan is the only dinosaur which has a dig site in Russia in-game, to sort of make that dinosaur like the main attraction of the park, or at least like put it in a special spotlight. You can still see, by the way, when I'm scrolling, he hating. Yeah, my computer does not like scrolling for whatever reason. But they said to make the Olorotitan like the main attraction, you know, to represent the country that we're in currently. So we're going to make a ton of Olorotitans. And what I'm gonna do with those Olorotitans is I'm going to make them a parade. If you've seen my video from yesterday with 10 extra park design tips for Jurassic World Evolution, one of those tips was a dinosaur parade, and that idea actually comes from what I had in mind for this park. It just reminds me of, you know, those military parades that you do get in Moscow, in Russia. And I just thought it would be fun to incorporate that here. Sure, I'll do taiga. I don't really like taiga. I'll do one taiga. Alright, so we have 15 Olorotitans along the way. Not sure yet if that's going to be enough, but we will see. I'm going to make the parade like this, so it's going to be perpendicular to the red quote-unquote square, quote-unquote. This amount of space between is fine. Is it fine? I might actually want a little bit more space. I'm dealing with this over here. This is all temporary, but obviously quite necessary right now. But yeah, I think I'll go forward a little bit more. I had a bit of a scare just now. There's a new mod that's on the Nexus website, and it's the Enhanced Terrain Tools mod, which is something I'm really excited about. Honestly, that might be even better than the expanded maps concept. But yeah, I had a little bit of a tense moment because for some reason, after I had installed that mod, it works beautifully, by the way. It works absolutely brilliant. But the only problem with it that I encountered was that for some reason I couldn't load into this specific file. So that gave me like a mini heart attack. You know, I haven't done that much over here, but I wouldn't want to start all over. I'm actually going to get rid of this, because what I want to do... Actually, now that I think about it, why did I do that? Why did I do that? That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna... people do not need to go to this bit of path. I'm like... I promise I'm a pro. I'm using the wide path on the outskirts, on the outlines, because I really like these flags that pop up. But yeah, speaking about that mod, it's a really cool mod. If you want to see like a little showcase of it, I'll put it up right now, so you can see what it does. It's really cool. Yeah, the only problem I ran into that it just wouldn't load this save file. Okay, so this is going to be our parade. I'm also going to use viewing galleries on the other side. I don't know yet how people are going to get to the other side. There you go. Now, which fence type I'm gonna put in between? Probably this one. It just blends the best. What about this? I don't know, it seems so extreme. Although I do like that it's the same height as the viewing galleries. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, so now next up is to build exhibits on either side. As I said in my tips video, like you can do water only in one exhibit and food only in the other. You have to keep an eye out on your dinosaurs though, you have to be active about it because you have to open the gate when they start getting hungry so they can go to the exhibit where there's food. If they get thirsty, you have to open the other gate so they can go back. Yada yada yada. That's not really for me. I tend to forget about them. This is some pretty serious fencing for a Lord Titan. I'm picking these spots, by the way, because these spots don't affect the flags. Like, if I put one over here, you can see that he gets rid of a flag post. I don't want that. I want to keep me flags. So we'll do it like that. I think I'm just gonna fill it in. I think I'm not gonna do anything fancy with the path work. I think I'm gonna leave it, like, pretty simple. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool, because it matches the rooftop color quite well. I like it. Let's look at the view. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I like this combination of path colors. Let's get our dinosaurs out. Not unimportant. They have food and water in here, so they'll be fine for a little while. So here are our new comrades. Adorable, very elegant. I'm not gonna continue with like this serious fencing. I'm just gonna use this. Am I gonna curve it? I might as well. It's kind of weird that one exhibit is completely straight lines and the other one is all curvy. It's yes, it's pretty weird. But again, not everything has to make sense from like a top-down view. You know, that's not how people are experiencing our parks. In water, don't lie to me. That's the next step in modding, folks. Getting rid of those awful hitboxes. That has to be the next step, surely. Because it is just nonsense, let's be honest. There, okay, so we can start shooting Lord Titans. And I think that's all of them. Okay, so they're getting a shot in the face. Thing is right now, yeah? So normally what I do, like what I did with this exhibit, this is our viewing point. So I wanted to make sure that this looks nice. But guests aren't really looking into this exhibit from any direction. You know, there's path over here right now. We're gonna get rid of that pretty soon, actually, because it's going to connect over here. So they're not gonna see this exhibit, is the point. So it doesn't really, like, have to look good from a certain angle, because the guests will... It's not for the guests. It's purely for the dinosaurs. Water is always a difficult thing. Like, you want to get a weird shape, but not too weird. Here, we'll have like a, sort of like an island. Here you go, buddies. This is your new home. Enjoy. You know what? We'll do a test run and see how it works if we put food in one and water in the other. We'll just see how it goes. We'll keep the gates open so they are free to move back and forth. So they don't have to rely on me keeping an eye on them, but I think this distance is short enough for them to be able to sense what's in the other exhibit on the far side. I'm slightly optimistic that it'll work. The straight lines of this exhibit are already bothering me, so I will be changing that. We might as well start, like, this is going to be like one of the foothills, I think, of our mountain range. I think that's what we're gonna do. Because the mountain range pretty much has to go from here to back there and then like this. Like cut through it a little bit at a diagonal. Again, I want to keep most of this grass. Because that's not... Like, the grass terrain texture doesn't really generate grass where there isn't any. See? So that's a shame. I wish we could add more of this. And also where I have... These, what I like this, where the snow is sort of melted. I'm also going to introduce some redwoods in place of conifer trees. That replaced too much. Just for a little bit of green. Okay, so this is where the feeders are going to be. We're gonna need a few. Because we have 15 Lord Titans. Oh, here they come, here they come! Yeah, the parade is sort of working. There they come. This is kind of cool. Look at this. It's a parade. It's an Allure Titan parade. You know, they're not... hey, 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 hey. How about you... There are kids here. Don't come inside each other. But come on. This is pretty cool. I like this a lot. I like this. I think this is something a Jurassic franchise park would do. Make the dinosaurs into some sort of parade. Okay, so yeah, that works. Pretty cool. These guys are just happily grazing over here, even though it does nothing for them. I think this is going to be another exhibit. And then over here we're going to have like some sort of shop situation. And then it's also going to have the monorail. Am I just gonna make it a square? Am I gonna be boring? I might be boring. I'm almost certainly boring. I guess it sort of makes sense. We have a square over here. Called Evolution Square. It makes it branding. It makes sense. Also, speaking of the Evolution Square, we've gained 3,000 subscribers in the last 28 days. That is mind-blowing. That's a lot of the Epic Gamer fans, you know, getting the game for free, joining. I think it's also just because the interest in the game is reinvigorated due to the mods that more people are flocking back to it and looking up YouTube channels for it. So, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, this is what we do, basically. We build a lot of parks. Okay, so we got a low health notification, but she's okay. There you go. She had her food. So she eventually... Oh, wow, look at that. It's busy at the parade. Oh, they're socializing at the parade. Look at that. All right, after a lot of fiddling, this is unfortunately the best I could come up with. I think building a park on sleep deprivation is not the best idea. Like, my brain is like, sure, yeah, that's cool, but what about sleep? This is sort of the best I can manage right now. I'm very, very, very sorry. Oh, I know something I can do, actually. Let's use one of my own tips. Seems legit that I'd be using one of my own tips as well. It's a bit big for an archway, isn't it? Nah, it's okay. It's pretty cool. There, and then we'll have the monorail station. So he's gonna cut across. He's gonna come over here. Let's make another dinosaur species. I actually want to make one. Oh, we forgot an Allure Titan. I'm so sorry. So another dinosaur I want to make. Just because I saw it recently and I was like just reminded of how much I love it, even though it's not a popular dinosaur, but I really love it. I love the Chunkingosaurus. I'm gonna do him in my favorite skin, which is the jungle, I believe. I think I like that skin for him. And this is essentially the start of our Siberian Express. And what I actually eventually want is for it to pretty much double back. There you go. And then we'll make this the Chunkingosaurus exhibit. It's pretty cool. I kind of like it. We're gonna do water at the front over here. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. Look at that. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty simple, but it's good. Before I place any of these, I'm first checking to make sure that they can be placed on every corner with those awful hitboxes. Because, you know, I want everything to be uniform, and, you know, if it turns out that in one of the corners you get the obstructed message, they're a nightmare to delete after you place them because the delete tool isn't very precise, so that's why I just test it first. Now, in like an ideal world, we'd have cool planters and stuff over here. We don't have that, but we do have like these hedges. Do I want to use these? Maybe? We'll just use them over here, because they're, you know, they're so small, they take so long to place. Okay, let's have a look at our Chunkingosaurus. They should be done. There you go. I just think they're so cute. Alright, so we have our Chunkingosaurus coming into the park. They will go into this exhibit. Let me know for the future episode what kind of dinosaur you want in this exhibit. I'm thinking maybe a large carnivore, you know, one of the big tourist attractions. And what we'll also be building is our mountain range and the continuation of our Trans-Siberian Express. So hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry for the long wait. The next one will be a little bit quicker than this. Unless my laptop decides he has other plans. I don't know, he has a busier life than me. But yeah, I do plan on bringing you the next episode much quicker, so I hope that you'll tune in for that one as well. If you don't want to miss out on it, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll get a notification when the next episode comes up. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, enjoy the game.